Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to spend some time taking a look at some comics that I recently purchased, as well as an AOK that was sent over to me. And then I'm also going to have an offer or two for you as well in this video, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. And with that said, I want to show you the very first book that I picked up from a local dealer in my area. This is a dealer that I've done business with before. I've recommended this dealer to lots of different people, and so they presented me with an opportunity to pick up some books, and I could not turn them down. And I could not turn them down because the book in my hand is one of my favorite artists, and you may even be able to guess who that artist is. It is none other than Jim Lee. And for those that remember this book right here, you will probably recall that I actually picked up a copy of Wildcats #1, this gold edition, a few months ago. And the book was actually damaged while in transit. If you remember that video, the book was not properly secured between the pieces of cardboard, and it basically bounced around the box all the way from Canada to California, and as a result it was damaged. The seller actually gave me a full refund and told me to keep the book, which is perfectly fine, but the book was still damaged. And it was honestly a really, really nice copy. But I wanted a full copy that was undamaged. And so when the fellas over at Bunky Brothers gave me an opportunity to snag this book again, already slabbed, I could not turn them down. And so I went ahead and did it. And this is Wildcats #1, Gold Edition. It is a 9.6 with white pages, and it is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous book, and at some point, if I ever meet Jim Lee, I may get him to sign this book for me. And this is a black cover on the back of this thing, and the back cover is honestly pristine. There are some little marks on the top edge and the bottom edge of the back cover, which is probably why the book ended up getting only a 9.6. And I say only generously, right? Only gets a 9.6. My guess is that that is exactly what prevented it from being a higher grade at a 9.8. But because the deal on that book was so nice, I decided that I just couldn't stop at one. So I ended up getting a second copy of this book, and this one essentially has some similar defects to the first, except that it only has, one edge that is dinged, the other isn't, but it is still what is preventing this book from getting a 9.8. But I now have 3 copies total of this really awesome book. 2 of them are slabs, and both of them are 9.8. I'm sorry, 9.6s. So definitely pleased to have that book in the collection. And I encourage you to stay tuned, because I'm actually going to show you something else that the fellows over at Bunky Brothers sent me. And I'll try to put a link to them in the description. But I talk to them a lot on Instagram, and just a couple of really good guys that again come to a lot of the cons in my local area, back when we actually had cons. So I'm not going to say who sent me this next thing, because I don't know if they want their information disclosed. So I'm actually going to reserve saying who sent it. But this feels like a slab inside of here. So I'm going to open this up. And there's actually also no note on the inside of this one. So I'm kind of torn about whether I should say the person's name. I don't see a note here. So we are going to do away with saying their name, because I actually try to ask people to send me a note whenever they send something to me, because it lets me know whether I can disclose who they are or aren't. And a lot of people don't like to have their name be mentioned. And so I want to kind of respect that. But this is actually really cool as I'm looking at this. This is actually really cool, and I have a feeling that this book was sent to me because of some comments that I made recently about Miles Morales and the lack of Miles Morales in my collection, and my desire to add some Miles Morales, partly because 1, he's a cool character, but then 2, also because of my younger children who may gravitate towards Miles Morales or Spider-Gwen, where I gravitate towards Peter Parker. And so I have a feeling that this might be why the person sent this book to me. This is cool. Oh man, I didn't realize who signed this. It is a yellow label. It is Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 10, signed by Ed McGuinness. I love some Ed McGuinness, but he signed this in October of 2019. Again, Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 10, yellow label, 9.6. How cool is that? This is actually a really cool cover, and he actually signed it right there on Miles's leg. So now I feel like I have to go read this story arc, which is not a problem because I feel like I need to bone up on some Miles Morales. So maybe I'll go back and read this. But to the person that sent this to me, thank you very much. I absolutely appreciate it. If you do want me to identify you, please leave a comment behind. I'll pin it and I'll try to mention it in another video or something like that. But because there was no note, I did not want to mention the name that was actually on the label. So hopefully you get that. But this is a really, really cool book, and I am very appreciative. Very appreciative. And now I have something else to go read because I'm definitely going to check this one out. So very, very cool. All right, so as I mentioned, the fellas over at Bunky Brothers decided to hook me up, and I'm very thankful that they did because I made a little bit of a mistake with this week's Go Collect giveaway. I forgot to buy a book for this week, and so the fellas over at Bunky Brothers actually sent me an extra book so that I could give it away on the channel. And their timing was perfect because we are going to substitute their book for the Go Collect giveaway and acknowledge both Go Collect and the fellas over at Bunky Brothers all at the same time. And so the very cool book that Bunky Brothers hooked me up with is this one right here. It is a pretty cool book. It is Miss Marvel number 1 from 1977. And this is a 9.0 with white pages. This is the first Carol Danvers as Miss Marvel. And there's a Mary Jane Watson. I didn't realize that. Mary Jane Watson appearance in this one as well, and also a Peter Parker cameo. But this is a newsstand edition of this particular book, and it actually could be yours thanks to the fellas over at Bunky Brothers. So shout out to those guys. And if you're looking for some books, they are a great resource to go to. So I highly encourage you to check them out. But if you are interested in actually getting this book, all you have to do is to basically use the phrase that I'm going to give you in a couple of moments. You head over to the community tab. Once there, you look for the post where I'm talking about the Go Collect giveaway. You click the link, you plug in a couple of pieces of information. One of them is a phrase, and there's 2 pieces of information that you need to plug in about yourself. And then you tune into the Ready, Set, Go preview show to find out if you are indeed the winner. It is relatively straightforward. But if you are challenged, I definitely want to encourage you to do a quick search here on YouTube for Regie Collects Go Collect or Regie Collects Community Tab. Those are 2 videos that you will be able to find that will give you context for where the community tab is and also how to enter the giveaways that I do here every single week. Again, relatively simple, but I at least wanted to provide that information to you. The other thing that I will ask you is that as you comment on this video, do not disclose that this is the video in which the Go Collect giveaway is actually mentioned. Don't mention the phrase in the comment section or any of that other kind of stuff. And if you can do that, I would greatly appreciate it. So this is this week's book, and what we are going to do, we're going to use the phrase of Carol Danvers. Carol Danvers is the Go Collect phrase for this week. And again, all you do is plug that in when you find the post on the community tab, and now you are in the running. So this is the book that is going to be offered up. And because of the FMV associated with this book is a little bit lower than our normal Go Collect giveaway, I'm actually going to supplement. I'm actually going to add some additional things to the box. I will not tell you what those things are, but I definitely will add them to the box. So stay tuned for that. And again, this contest is open to those individuals in the US and also those individuals that reside in Canada as well, or if you have a mail-in address in the US. Those are essentially the criteria, plus be a subscriber and all that kind of stuff, but you guys already are that, all right? So the other thing that I want to do is I want to give you another opportunity to actually add a really cool book to your collection. And it's this book right here. And I probably should have taken it out of the plastic. It is Red Hulk. Hulk #1 from 2008. This is a 9.6 white pages. This is the first appearance of the Red Hulk, and it is rumored that this character will actually be appearing in the upcoming She-Hulk series on the Disney Plus streaming service. This book will be given away to one person associated with this channel. And the way that I'm actually going to do that is I'm actually going to offer it up to those individuals that make a purchase of one of these t-shirts from my website. I have a huge inventory of these shirts and I need to move them so that I can offer up to you guys some additional designs, because people have been asking, when are we getting some new designs? Well, I need to move some inventory for me to be able to do that. And my thought was, maybe I can entice people with a really cool book that they can actually add to their collection. So if you pick up one of these t-shirts from my website over the course of the next week, from today, Tuesday, until Sunday, you will be entered into a drawing to actually get this book right here. And it's very similar criteria. We are basically doing it for the US and Canada, or if you have a mail-in address, you can automatically be in the running simply by making a purchase of what I think is a pretty cool t-shirt. And rest assured that if we do sell enough of these, which we should be able to, I am going to offer some additional designs very, very soon. All right. So if you guys have any questions about this, definitely reach out to me. The website is regiecollects.com. And if you have questions, you can put them in the comment section, or you can actually reach out to me on Instagram at Regie Collects, or you can send me an email to reggie@regiecollects.com. Good luck with both the Go Collect / Bunky Brothers giveaway, and also good luck if you decide to make a purchase of a t-shirt for the opportunity to win that Hulk #1. Thanks for watching.